Today's theme was activity in M&A activity and fundraising activity in the UK market, and because we're here in Birmingham, in the West Midlands in particular. Scott had an interesting take on the market in terms of advising his clients who are raising capital, and his heritage is in debt markets. He doesn't really differentiate, as most people do, between debt markets and equity markets. His view is it's all a source of capital and it just depends on the pricing. And obviously that's very dynamic at the moment. Interest rates are coming down, debt's becoming cheaper. We're also seeing valuations trending up a bit. So I think he has an interesting take on how he approaches that and how he advises clients on looking at source of capital, rather than just saying, well, equity is appropriate for your business, debt's appropriate for your business. He's willing to advise his clients across the board and look at all sorts of capital.
So Quantuma is part of K3 Capital Group. K3 Capital Group is a full services professional services firm. So that includes business sales, tax, restructuring, insolvency and other professional services. Quantuma specifically is very focused on restructuring and insolvency. However, the corporate finance part of Quantuma is more akin to a traditional corporate finance house, helping people raise capital, buy and sell businesses and do business planning for their succession and so on and so forth. When you think about corporate finance as a whole and the industry, it's very much around actually what are the key drivers behind some of those movements. So it's very interesting looking at sort of Doug's presentation and what is it that's sort of driven those sort of multiples to go up from 6 to 6.6? Why is it that some of those trade buyers are more active than others? Why is it that the PE backers are the ones that sort of the most active ones have appeared there? And that might be driven by things as simple as, for instance, with private equity fundraising cycles having aligned in 2020 due to COVID, you know, that then leading to 2024 being a big year for sort of trade buyers and PE houses that aren't aligned to that cycle, that either raise on a deal-by-deal basis or have evergreen funds effectively. So there's a real sort of interest in terms of actually what is it that makes this market tick. It's not the surface level, these are the trends in the market, but actually why do those trends exist? It's asking the why question, I think, which is important, because that enables you to understand the motivations and the movements behind the market.
We use the data mainly if we are helping a company determine what their valuation should be. It's very interesting to be able to look at the sector trends and what's going on in the wider space in order to determine what fair value for a company should be.
Thank you very much for joining us today in Birmingham. We do these events throughout the country. We visit other cities. We talk about local and regional trends. We talk about national trends, and we'd be delighted to see you at an event in the future.